The Mandalorian finale is upon us. Was it awesome? Yes. Did I still have issues with it? Yes. Let's talk about it. Greetings, geeks and geek girls. It is me. I'm back for the Mandalorian finale. Season 2 finale, to be more specific. Let's talk about this. This is the finale, so there's not really getting into too much spoilers. The pre-intro kind of said it all. I still would highly recommend it, but also I had a few issues with it, so I want to get into it. So from here on out, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the show, go watch it, then come back and tell me what you think in the comments down below. This episode, it starts off with Mando, Finnick, Boba, and Cara going to get one last little bit of help to get back Baby Grogu. And that is Bo-Katan. Yes, freaking Bo-Katan. And not just Bo-Katan, but her new right-hand lady played by Sasha Banks. That was awesome. And they're like, okay, we need to go get it, but Bo is like, I just need to fight Moff Gideon. She conveniently doesn't tell them why she wants to fight him. Yeah, that might have been a little bit of important information. But anyway, we'll find that out later. They get the transport that's taking the dock. They use him as a distraction to go in and get Grogu and take over the ship. Boba acted as to help the distraction. Took out some TIE fighters awesomely and really quick. And then the ladies went on the ship and wrecked shit. Blasting up a storm, hitting all the stormtroopers. Even taking the bridge. But there's nobody there. We'll get to that. Meanwhile, Mando uses this bigger distraction as a facade to smoke screen to sneak past, and the plan was to close off the Death Trooper doors so they can't get in, and also to stop them maybe from waking up. But of course that doesn't go through. One comes in and Mando manages to win, but he expels all of his rockets and stuff and ends up winning only with his spear against one Death Trooper, and there's 100 in the ship that he expels. Good, but also not good, and we'll get into that later. Because he goes in to save Grogu, and Moff Gideon is there with the Darksaber. He tricks Mando and tries to kill him, but he uses the spear to fight back. So Mando ends up winning. His suit's scuffed up, but he ends up winning and taking the Darksaber, and then takes them to the bridge of the ship, where Moff Gideon reveals the hammer. It's not only does Bo-Katan have to have the Darksaber to get control of Mandalore, she needs to win it in a fight. And technically right now, Mando is the proper owner of the Darksaber. And he's like, I don't care, take it. If we have to fight, then I yield. And they're like, no, it has to be a proper fight. So yeah, that's an interesting plot point that we will have to deal with later, because now, since they're droids that don't need to breathe and they have jets on their feet, the Death Troopers are back. All of them. And they're banging on the doors trying to get in until we see a person come in a TIE fighter, and they're dark cloaked, and they're wrecking shit with a green lightsaber, using the lightsaber and an enormous amount of force powers. So it's like, holy crap, who could this be? Who could this be? I was getting kind of giddy with this. And then finally, I'm just going to skip ahead because review. We find out that it is none other than Luke Skywalker. And here's a bit of an issue I have. One of my biggest issues is playing Luke Skywalker, which it's like, holy I can't believe he's here, is the fact that it is Mark Hamill that they've digitally de-aged. No qualms to Mark, but the technology that they did visually looked good, but also the voice didn't match and the lips didn't match what he was saying sometimes. At least that's what I felt, which is weird because they had a very easy solution on their hands. Borrow one of their Marvel actors for an episode or two, Sebastian Stan, who looks identical. And if you even wanted to, then maybe like take Sebastian Stan and digitally tweak him so that it's actually someone that looks close to it saying it. But instead we got Luke, which was still awesome, but the effect was a little bit awkward. It wasn't as bad as Professor X in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but it also was not de-aged Hank Pym and Janet in Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was somewhere in between. But anyway, it was still really good. And then they had a touching scene which nearly made me cry, where Grogu needs to go with Luke, but he doesn't want to, and Mando realizes that he must go with him to better him and better his powers, which I feel like this is going against what Ahsoka said, which leads me to a theory. I have actually like two theories. Anyway, finishing out the episode, it gets really touching when Baby Yoda reaches for his face, and as a dad, he knows exactly what Grogu is trying to say. And that's the fact that he just said that we'll meet again. And Grogu's either like, but I don't even know your face, Dad. Or how am I supposed to know that it's you when I don't even know your face? So he takes off his helmet and they have this nice touching scene together. And then, to twist the nostalgia and the tears, R2-D2 shows up and you're like, what the fuck? And then him and Grogu have a conversation together, and Grogu does the uppies for Luke. They leave tearfully, the episode ends, and I'm just like, no, I can't, this can't be the end. And I noticed that there's post-credit scene, so we see a familiar face who's a little more rotund than we're used to. And that is, I forget his last name, but Bib, Jabba the Hutt's right-hand man who took over his place when he died. Well, we see Fennec and then Boba coming into their little palace, little place. And Fennec kills everybody except for Bib. Then Boba comes in and doesn't even let Bib get out a full sentence before BAM! And then Boba takes like Jabba's throne. And it's really awesome because you see him sitting on the throne, and then Fennec comes and is sitting on the arm of the throne with a drink in her hand. And then the words pop up. Book of Boba Fett. December 2021. Awesome. We're getting a Boba spinoff. But also, I am super excited for that, but also I'm a little bit worried because also the way that Kathleen Kennedy phrased it, investors meeting, there is a possibility that the Boba Fett show will be taking the place of the next season of Mandalorian. And we will continue a new season of Mandalorian after they're done with the Boba show. Which I get, but Also, tenthness of Grogu and his dad being separated. I don't want to deal with that for too much longer. Anyway, I'm running short on time, at least pre-editing. So I will just say that I did really like it, and my theory is that something will happen where Mando has to go rescue Grogu, or part of me, the pessimistic side, is saying that this might be a trap and that this was too good to believe in, and that maybe the uncanny valley of Luke is actually like a ploy from Palpatine or something. I don't know, but my brain is telling me that this might not be real, and that Mando might have to go save his son again. I don't know. But anyway, I will end it there, saying thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Anyway, till next time and beyond. Man, I hope I can edit this down to reasonable length.